There's a quiet moment in which a lot of people who are learning to set boundaries in a particularly hard relationship lose themselves. Hard to relationship or situation, they lose themselves. And it's not a load bang moment. I mean, when you think about it, it's a moment as simple as when Moses struck the rock, when God said, "Speak to the rock." Right? It's the same set of emotions leading this person here. And this moment comes when you finally have the courage to be obedient around the boundary that you know the Lord has been telling you to set. You know, you're confident that this boundary, because God has spoken it, is kind to you and is kind to the other person and God honoring. And so you finally have the courage to set that boundary. And then something happened. Like Moses, after he got that instruction, the people reacted. They were complaining. And in this case, the people in the situation, the people in this reaction, the other person reacts. They start cussing you out. They may cuss you out. They may react really, really badly. And in that moment, there is a shift within you. And that's that slight moment that I'm talking about. And you move from just obeying what God said to doing more. You move from speaking to the rock to striking that rock, right? And what does that look like in reality for you? God told you to stop giving your time, your finances, your energy to this person in one set way. That's what he said. And when that person reacts, you go for all or nothing. You decide that, okay, if this is the way that you're going to react, I am going to punish you. I'm going to stop doing every single thing. And why is this a dangerous moment? Because it's in this moment that you lose yourself. You step into disobedience with God. You lose your witness to this person and you lose a part of yourself. It's that moment when you step from doing what you know is kind because God said so to becoming unkind to yourself and the other person and being disobedient to God. And there are even more far-reaching consequences, because if you look at the story of Moses, when Moses struck that rock, instead of speaking to the rock like God directed, there were consequences to him. He did not get to see the promised land, right? The people got to see it. He didn't see it, right? And because he reacted that way in front of the people, of course, it would have meant something about, it could have probably meant something about his influence and his testimony, right? We read that story even today. And you hear the story, Moses struck the rock when God said, talk to the rock, right? And so my question to you today, right, as a pink flamingo, as somebody who is seeking to show up in relationships in a way that is kind to you and kind to others and is in alignment with your God-aligned pink flamingo self, where are you striking the rock when God said, speak to the rock? Where have you decided to go from doing the one thing that God said to doing, like, cutting off everything because somebody reacted? Pause and assess, because there are consequences to it. Speak to the rock. Don't strike the rock.